Hi, and welcome back to my channel, Plain Not Jane. I am Plain Not Jane, and you, my friend, have tuned into this week's 7. This week's 7 is a video series highlighting lessons learned and observations made in my life over the last 7 days. And this week's 7 starts now. Number 1. There are 16 days until Christmas. Number 2. I have always I've always really side-eyed people who record themselves doing good. You know, I bought my classmate a pair of sneakers. Come watch me give him the sneakers in front of the whole school. Or, hey, I found a homeless man on the corner and I gave him 20 bucks. Here's a selfie. Like, those things have always they've always made me kind of skeptical. Long story short, it has always bothered me. And so I finally did what I probably should have done in the first place. I went to the good book. I wanted to see what the word had to say about people doing that, about people broadcasting their good deeds. Well, not surprisingly, the good book does speak about it. Now, you can go and read Matthew chapter 6 verses 1, 2, and 3. But basically, it says, don't do that. If you help someone, be discreet. Don't announce it. Don't post it on social media. Because if you're doing it and you're recording it or you're announcing it and plastering it all over social media, you're not really doing it for them. You're doing it for you. Number 3. If you seek, you shall find. That principle applies when it comes to lost keys, but it also applies to offense. Not a fence, but offense. You know, like being offended. If you look for something to be offended by, or to be offended about, which way? If you look for something to be offended by or about, I don't know, I had to look up which one of those is right. But anyway, if you look hard enough for something to be offended by or to get up in arms about, you'll find it. But here's my question. Why? Here's the thing. If you look for something to be offended by, or if you look for something to be up in arms about, you will always find it. So, here's the real question. Why exert energy and time being up in arms about somebody else's decision? I mean, seriously, why? Number 4. I have made it a point to take a little time for me at the beginning of each day to stop before I reach the point of exhaustion and to just cut myself some slack in general. If you've watched any of my previous episodes of this week's 7, you probably have pieced together that self-care is a struggle for me. I tend to just go until I can't go anymore, and then I'm just finished. I'm empty. I'm done until I get a little bit of energy, and then I'm going again. Anyway, I've made it a point to do these things for myself, and it feels really, really good. I will say that I am accustomed to like always having a task or always having some type of chore to do. So it has felt a little weird not always having a to-do list, and not having an overwhelmingly full plate is new for me. But I could get used to this. I like it. I like being able to breathe. I like not feeling stressed out. And this is something I plan to get accustomed to. Number 5. During this process of learning to take better care of me, I've learned that it's important to just let go of some stuff. I've been doing a lot more reflection and self-evaluation, and I realized that I was still harboring a lot of unforgiveness, and I was still trying to hold on to and patch up a lot of broken relationships. I was still trying to hold on to this unrealistic idea of family and what family looks like and who should be included in that category of family. But that was taking up a lot of headspace and a lot of energy that I just don't have to spare. So while I love all of my relatives, and if I have ever called you friend, I will always care about you. I love and care about me a little bit more. And that means letting go of some stuff and some folks. That's just the way it's gotta be for right now. Number 6. Let me go ahead and preface number 6 with this. I'm going to try to not rant as best I can. But this is something that's been hanging out with me for a little bit. Your narrow thinking is not my problem. Your desire to base your opinion of an entire set or group of people based on your singular interaction with me is not my problem. That's your problem. Here's where this comes from. I have, for years, I have been uncomfortable being the only woman in the room. I've been even more uncomfortable being the only black woman in a room. Here's why. Because I felt like I had to make sure that I did not give any truth to any stereotype. I carried that burden with me for a good portion of my adult life. And it was not until recently that I realized that I was burdening myself with someone else's small-minded thinking. It's not my job to open your mind. It's not my responsibility to show you how ignorant your stereotypes are. Let me put this down. And it is no longer my desire to ensure that your idea of a black woman is diversified and varied. So here's the thing. If I want to wear my hair weave, I'm gonna wear it. And if you seem to think, if you want to think that all black women wear weave, go for it. I don't care. If I feel passionate about something, I'm going to show that passion. And I'm not going to be concerned about you labeling me as another angry black woman. I'm going on a rant. Let me pull back. So here's the thing. If you decide that you want to base your thoughts, your feelings, your ideals about an entire group of people based on your limited interactions, that is your problem. It's no longer mine. And finally, number 7. I'm done with salons. I'm over it for years. And I'm talking, I'm gonna be honest. Since I left home and went to college, I have been looking for a regular stylist to replace my Wanda. That's the lady that did my hair all through high school. And she spoiled me. Wanda spoiled me. Like, Wanda straight up spoiled me rotten. And I did not realize how good I had it when I had Wanda. I took her for granted. I really did. I really took her for granted. And every time I wash my hair, every time I lay my baby hairs, every time I look at my edges, I think about Wanda, and I miss Wanda doing my hair. But anyway, I'm done with salons. I'm done trying to find a regular stylist. I do not appreciate the skyrocketing cost for basic services. I don't like how hard it is to book sometimes. I'm just over it. I'm just over salons. Now, I will still go periodically and let someone else trim my ends and trim the kids' ends, but you know, for the most part, I'm done. I'm just not setting myself up for this type of disappointment anymore. I'm done. I'm just done. Alright, that's been this week's 7. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a good old thumbs up. And if you didn't, keep on going and don't come back. Also, make sure you click below to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this week's 7 cooking videos, DIY projects, and good old family foolery. So until next time, go where you're celebrated, not just tolerated. Be safe. Bye-bye.